What's going down? Zelda N64 fan, how are you? How's it going on this wonderful evening? I don't know if it's still daytime where you are. It's nighttime here, though. It's been a while since I did a live stream. Thinking about checking out this Persona 5 Scramble demo for the moment. Downloaded it earlier. I didn't even know that it was a thing, but saw a few people post about it on Twitter. So I was like, that's pretty cool. I don't think there's a release date on this game yet. I don't think so. I've never played Persona. Oh, so good evening then, as it's 11 o'clock, man. Days just fly by. Yeah, what did you think of it? I've never played any Personas. When I got the PlayStation Classic, I started to try to play the first one, but it seems like the series has come so far. That first one seems like it's a little bit rough. And you kind of need to be a hardcore fan. Digging the music. I've heard a lot of Persona music. Huh, load game. So I'm guessing this demo is either long or they just let you save in it. Guessing it's gonna dump somewhere in the middle, probably. Yeah, that's kind of what I saw. One person's comment said that they really liked the combat, even though they thought it was gonna be basically Dynasty Warriors, and that there's a couple different elements to it that it makes it more in depth than just hack and slash. So that's cool. Something to look forward to, I guess. Hopefully this game does well. People wanted Persona on Switch, and then this is what we got. So hopefully it's good, because I think a lot of people were disappointed to hear that this is what came instead of Persona 5 Golden or Royal, either or. Damn. I don't know what the hell he's saying. I'm gonna try my best. Joker. I mean, I know Persona's got a, you know, kind of, I guess, like dungeon crawling aspects to it. So I'm guessing this isn't really going to be like that. X plus A, let's see. Gotta say, I'm liking the rumble in the controller. You know, I'm using the Pro controller, and a lot of games recently, it seems like they don't really even utilize rumble, which HD rumble was like a huge thing, you know, when Switch first came out with the whole ice cubes and the 1-2 switch, and it seems like they don't really do much with it since. And a lot of games have very low rumble, it seems like. In the past year, a lot of games just, it doesn't seem like they have very strong rumble or good rumble. And so far, going along with the great music, it's got good rumble for those big explosions. So I'm digging that part so far, at least. So many games these days have like crappy music, but like this is pretty good music here. I mean, you can tell it's like real instruments, like real talented people that actually play and compose this stuff. It's not like a lot of games just have like this typical, you know, even all these great first party like Nintendo games that have come out on the Switch in the past 2 years, a lot of them don't really have like any super great music. A lot of it's a little bit lackluster, even. What kind of third-party Pro controller? Probably like one of the Power A ones. I want to get that Power A Animal Crossing, or is it Hori? I know exactly what they're saying here. Okay, so I just agreed to something. Maybe I should have picked the other one. Yeah, that's what I meant, kinda. Where it's like very digitized and soulless.
はじめにご存知の通り次突然の断筆続いて民放の看板キャスター生放送中にそして最後
J and Top? Is that like the $30 version where it's basically like the same exact thing as the Pro controller? Because I saw videos on that. I almost thought about buying one. Or even the, they have like the Xenoblade 2 Pro controller for like $30. And people did reviews on them, they said it was a little bit lower quality, but for 30 instead of like the 80 that they were going for at the time, they said that it was a pretty good deal. Yeah, totally.
しかし脈絡動機も
以上の件を私が職に求めることは2つ
now has a release date or probably not.
1つは本件を立件するのに十分な証拠を抑えること
Oh, it comes out February 20th? Oh.
2つ目は
That's
それを短
actually
期間で
not too
な
far
ぜか
away,
は
so
容
I
疑
mean
者は
that's 2
怪盗
weeks.
団のリーダー改めてこの男を徹底的に調べ上げ
怪盗
I don't know, I might buy this game. I'll Probably check a review out of it and see just exactly how it plays in English.
こっちの電車に乗るのも久しぶりだな。もうすぐ4限久しぶり。お前もか。
I almost bought one of the Persona games that was on the 3DS. They had them on sale like right before the new year. Yeah, I didn't realize it was so close. I thought, I'm pretty sure that that's for America. It just kind of has. Oh, that is Japan. Okay, so yeah, scratch that. I didn't think that was right. I didn't think there was a release date. Yeah, has not been announced yet. Okay. My bad. I mean, that kind of sucks, because people knew about the demo, they're checking it out. It's all in Japanese, so I don't know what the hell is going on, any of the story, any of the dialogue. Which, you know, kind of doesn't make a demo very good. Especially since I don't know what the hell's going on. But even though it's in Japanese, I'm already kind of like sucked into the world, even though I don't know what's going on. Just the style and the art and the music. I mean, it's really good. So this might be a game that I actually end up checking out. I think it would have done well for them to kind of not put it out so early so that they could get the US version up to speed. Because we might not see it till midsummer. I mean, if it's, you know, like most of these other games, there's going to probably be at least a 6-month wait period, so it could be even longer than that. We might not see this game for like another 9-10 months. I mean, I don't even think there's a set in stone thing really that says that it's coming out in 2020.
Surprise! 大成功だね。まったくお前ら、憎いことしてくれるじゃねえか。
久々に会えるってのに、なんもだからマスターに頼ん。
It's like, damn, they spend quite a bit of time on these games. You can definitely tell that. And even though Persona 5 is widely talked about and basically universally like loved, saying that it's a highly above spectacular game. I've never really actually seen any of the gameplay or anything like that, and then there's multiple versions of it. You got like Golden and Royal, and I don't have any clue what any of the differences are. But I also don't have a PlayStation 4, and that's something that I got to I thought about checking out the Snack World. Like I thought it was out actually the other day, because I saw like videos for it, but I remember a while back it was going to be coming soon, and then I saw it in the coming soon section of the Switch, and then pretty much any day I turn my Switch on, I look at like the news section, and it's like, you know, it looks good, but it looks like a game that I might just play for a little bit and kind of forget about. And I've done that way too many times, and just like bought a game, started playing it, and then kind of forgot about it. So lately I'm just like not buying any games, and I'm trying to just not buy every game, because it's impossible to buy every game. I'm trying to change my gaming habits along with the channel to try to not be like everybody else, where it's just this like
学校はどう？
gaming and YouTube gaming, and a lot of people that follow on YouTube and comment on YouTube and have like profiles or channels themselves. It's just this this constant barrage, like all summer long from
もっと褒めてくれていい。
April till pretty much November.
地元でうまくやれてんのか
And basically since then until now has been like a calm period, but it's like everybody every like 2 or 3 days is getting the newest new
あ
game,
なたはどこでもうまくやれ
streaming
そうだ
it. They
もん
want to do like a review or a video on it, and they don't even
やっ
get
ぱ
to
お前が
it.
いねえと
The next game comes out in like 3 or 4 days on the PS4. They get it.
そりゃ当
They
然
do a stream of it. They talk about it. They say it's great. Got to get back to it soon. Then the following week, there's another game on the Switch. They get that between working and trying to do YouTube and doing the next live stream. Then they say the game's good. It goes into the backlog. And everybody, it seems, on the Switch just has this giant
夏休みの間は
list
ずっ
of
とこっ
games
ちに
that
い
they've
る
never
やっぱ
actually
旅行じゃね
really gotten to more than a couple hours in.
それに
Because
みんなは
isn't
高3でしょ卒業とか進
isn't
路のことだ
Royal
って
isn't that not even out yet, or it's out in
相変わら
Japan
ずだな
and
リュウ
still
ジ
gonna
は
be coming to PS4? Did that actually already come out?
旅行なら一月
芸術系の
I played some
な夏
yeah,
休み
my
がいいよね
backlog has just
健康も
grown
考えて野菜は多めにね
by probably like 400 games, because in the past few weeks
バーベキューとなれば黙って
I pretty much downloaded
それでいいの
and
か
burned like the whole Dreamcast library.
じゃあ
Because after years and years of
世界
trying to
は
burn
第一弾
Dreamcast games, I
そう
finally
と
figured
決
it
ま
out.
れば
I figured it out and I did it. And I got
キャンプに
like 100 blank CDs. I burnt all of them. I got a Sega Genesis Mini and I hacked it and I put,
コンシェルジュアプリのエ
you
マ
know,
だ
all sorts of stuff on it. But the amount of games that I
聞いたこ
downloaded
と
is
ある
like
何でも教えてくれて
600-ish.
すごく便利なんだよね
確か
愛じゃなくて AI
So, I mean, yeah, the backlog of stuff that I'm actually interested in playing and will be getting to, even though they're old games, within the past like 20 years, the library just grew. And then I also got that Nintendo DS 150 or 208 in one. And that's got a lot of like Castlevania and Dragon Quest and a bunch of RPGs. And so that's another, you know, even if I were only actually interested in like half of the games, which I'm probably interested in more than that, because, you know, for the DS, there's a lot of good games on that cartridge, and I put that video out, and that's another 100 games or so, so the backlog
お前も使って
has just increased even more. And before I did this live stream, I turned on my kid's Xbox, which I kind of keep at his because there's not much I'm interested in. Like, I got Game Pass on it, and I'm looking at... I don't even know what I'm supposed to do here. Enter my name. Oh, okay. Sure. No, Final Fantasy Life. Nope, I have not played that.
私はエヴァお起動できたみたいだな
I gotta get a PS4 though. Gotta try to figure out a way to come up with some cash because that Final Fantasy VII remake's coming out.
おすすめ
And I mean, since 2010 or 11, when there was like rumors of that game gonna be coming out, and then it seemed like they were actually starting to work on it.
だから
I mean, that was when the PS3 was out, and my friend was like,
つっても
that game's gonna be coming out. You're gonna want a PS3.
あ
And I almost bought one at one point, actually believing that in the next like 2 years, the game would be out. And of course, that never happened. And here we are in 2020. And the game's still not out yet, but it's so close to being out. And I'm like, man, I gotta rent a PS4 and buy the game, or trade a bunch of stuff in, and maybe sell some other stuff, come up with some money.
気にすることはそれにまたこ
こちらこそです。またお邪魔します。
Because really for the price, I thought, like, it's the end of the
じゃあまた明
generation.
日な
But now there's so many good games that are actually on PS4 that it'd be worth picking up. But I wouldn't feel too bad about it if I didn't spend $400 on the thing to only play maybe over the course of the next year or two, like
俺らはキャ
maybe
ンプ
10
用品
games
担当
on
でいいん
it.
だよな
But they do have that
明日は渋谷
that
ぶち込前に集
3-game
合な
PS4 pack with
じゃあな忘れんな
Last of Us and
店の
Horizon
手
Zero
伝いを
Dawn
忘れるなよ
and what's the other one? So if I can get that thing on sale, that might just be the way to go, and then get like Final Fantasy VII Remake, because that's probably my favorite game of all time. And I'm almost like, it's coming out so soon that I feel like I'm gonna miss out on it, but it's like, in my heart, I'm like, I can't sit back and watch everyone else's videos and a bunch of other fake people that have never even played Final Fantasy VII get the game and play it before me. And it's like the PS4 is 6 years old. See, the Xbox, I mean, I would almost say that it probably has less value to it, so you might be able to find somebody that's just kind of done with the thing, trying to get rid of it for cheap. Alright, this demo is not working for me. I like the cat though. I like that he's gonna be like my buddy, and he's gonna talk to me during like my hard times. He's gonna be a shoulder to cry on, and he's gonna help me, you know, get on with this game. And he like rides on your backpack in the subway. That's pretty cool. Hopefully with the new Xbox, they got a Fable game kind of ready to go. There's been those rumors for the past year or two that, you know, a new one's coming. So it seems like in the next, well, I mean, the Xbox Series X, yeah, that's what it's called. That thing ain't out for 10 more months, so my guess would be a new Fable wouldn't come out for like another year. I remember playing Fable, I played 1 and 2, and I never really got that far into them. And it's kind of weird how the way history goes with like certain games like that, because at the time, people loved Fable 1, and then they kind of didn't really like Fable 2. And then it seemed to kind of switch. And then it seemed like people were kind of just over Fable, like they were excited when the games were new. And like the latest one had come out. And then it seemed like a few years went by and people were like, oh, I like the original, and the second one was just kind of a flop, or I didn't like it as much. And now that like 10 years has gone by without nothing, now it seems like people, I guess, remember them more fondly. Or at least the people that do remember them, when something comes out about Fable, everyone's like, yeah, I want that. I want that. I want the new one. But it just makes you wonder what like the art style would be, what it would look like, those kinds of things. See, after I start thinking about it and kind of talking about it, I'm like, I don't even remember actually which one is which. I know I played all 3 of them.
Oh.
Nantuck.
やれやれ。
おう。
なあ。行くぞ。行くぞ。おい。おい。
Guess we're gonna get on this bus. See, maybe I didn't play Fable 3. That's right, the original one was on the original Xbox, and then 2 and 3 were both on 360 now. Why don't people have eyeballs in these games? And this song is gonna be stuck in my head when I'm going to sleep.
うっせつかまじ
我が輩たちはバーベキュー道案内は任せ。
って俺もどこかはエマ
はい、お呼びで
あれだあれ
目的地までのガイド。
おお
そんな聞き方でわかんのかよ。こいつはなかなか便利かもな。
よしさっさと買い出し済ませて明日からの作戦立てようぜ。
So, if you like all the Sim games, I'm guessing you're probably ready for the new Animal Crossing.
なんだ？騒がしいな。
I've been ready for that game for so long that now my hype is kind of dying out,
あんだ
and I'm not really that excited. And even though we haven't got a direct yet, and every day there's like new renders coming out and new promotional material and stuff from across the world, all these different pictures, and then people picking it apart. It's like the drip of information is so slow that I just really don't even care about the information or seeing new things. It's like I just want to play the game, but I'm hoping that by the time the game actually comes out, I don't just kind of play it for like a few weeks and then kind of just go, you know, cool.
何やってんの？
Like I'm not sure
なん
if
か
I'm
ショップのオープニングセレモニーだって
just gonna be kind of have waited so long for the game that I kind of just end up disinterested. I mean, I don't think that that's gonna happen.
誰でも一度はここは
I've just
私
been
と
waiting
一
for
緒
the game. And we're like 39 days away
先着100人のみんな
from
へ
it coming
特
out.
別な招待カードをプレゼントしちゃう。
40. Yeah, we're like 40 days out.
はい、どうぞ。はい、君にも。
やべえ、アリスの手触っちゃった。
お、君メガネ似合ってるね。
Oh, hello.
ごめんな。
Well, I mean, hype is funny how it works, especially with games,
白い
because
ウサギは
people flip out at announcements and trailers and directs, and you know, the hype is real, and the game comes out and everyone live streams it and does their thing, and then the next day they do like the video or the news, and they talk about it. And then by the next day, you know, it's still on Twitter. And then by the next day or two, people aren't really talking about it anymore. And it's kind of crazy. Because especially now, with so much shit coming out that it's almost like if you don't get the game in the first week, by that point you're like, oh, I still want to buy it. Maybe I'll buy it like down the road. Maybe I'll buy it when it's on sale. And then if you have that money going towards it, even if you have it in your hand, something else will come along. And you'll be like, ah, well, that's the brand new game. Like, I'd rather try that out, and then I'll still get the other game somewhere down the line. And then so much time just goes by that you just, there's just only so much time that you can put into this. Like me right now, I forgot so many different games I want to play and so many different video ideas that it's kind of like overwhelming to the point where I just get like stunted, and then I just end up getting nothing done. Like even before I did the live stream, I was debating on if I was gonna play anything on the Switch, and then I thought about hooking up my Super Nintendo Classic, and then I thought about hooking up the Genesis Mini, and then I thought about playing Animal Crossing on my GameCube right here. Then I also got the Dreamcast hooked up right here, and I thought about playing that. And then I was thinking, if I hook up the Dreamcast, am I gonna bother playing like Power Stone? And then I thought about playing Hydro Thunder, and then I started thinking about Skies of Arcadia. And I'm like, the last thing I need to do is play another RPG for the first hour. Mean to go back to it, and then 4 months down the road, I'm still like, oh, I want to get back to that. Like, I got my little case here of Switch games, and it's like, I got The Witcher 3, which I probably put like 40 hours into. And then probably the same for Dragon Quest 11. I probably got like 45 hours, which is only halfway through. There's still Super Mario Maker 2. I never beat Dragon Quest Builders 2. I bought Katamari Damacy like a few weeks ago, as well as Shovel Knight when that first came out, which I really have only played both of them maybe for an hour or two each. I still gotta beat Fire Emblem 3 Houses, even though I have probably like 50 hours. I still didn't actually beat the main campaign. And it's almost to the point where I'm thinking about, instead of playing through the other houses, just looking at basically the story and like the rundown in the trailer, and then you got like the DLC expansion, which when the game first came out, you know, I'm like, oh, an expansion, it'll have like probably some new missions and, you know, new clothes. But I didn't really think that there was going to be like new characters, and I really haven't looked too deep into it, but I like the idea of you kind of go into this like underground, you know, fourth kind of house, and teaming up with them and meeting these new characters and kind of doing more story with it. Like, that seems pretty cool, but then it's like, damn, that's probably going to be like another 20 hours minimum of stuff, which it's like, these games now are to the point where you gotta buy it on Friday and then play it like almost all night, and then Saturday and Sunday you just somehow need to put in like 20 hours into it, so that by the end of the week, when you're playing like 1 or 2 hours a day, maybe 3 hours in a day, you can just kind of hammer them out. It's to the point where after getting Dragon Quest 11 And then I just bought Nino Kuni that was on sale, you know, like a month ago, and I really didn't start playing it until just the other day, and I'm only maybe an hour into the game, but between reading the dialogue, I'll literally play it for like 6 minutes, and then I kind of put it down. I'll go and like bring my dogs out for a walk or something, and then I'll pick it back up and I'll read like a few lines of dialogue and then get up, walk away from it for a few, forget about it, and I come back and I play like 15-20 minutes, and then by the end of the day I just ended up not picking it back up at all, and I'm like in the middle of a cutscene, and then this morning I turn it back on and I'm still like in the middle of that cutscene. And I'm like, man, I'm doing terrible, like, even trying to get started on this game. I barely got anything done. I'm, like, in pretty much the first hour of the game over the course of 3 or 4 days. Well, even with Dragon Quest XI, the demo came out and I was like, damn, this is really good. Like, this is a really good game. I'm digging it. And because the demo, I think it took me like, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours to beat. Or maybe even like 8. And then the game came out and I put, you know, 20, 30 more hours in. And then a few hours kind of here and there throughout like the next week or two. But then The Witcher 3 came out. And then I started playing that. I did put Dragon Quest XI back in and played for a few hours, and I'm like, man, I knew this game was long, but like I'm really not I'm not more than halfway through the actual story, because I don't know if you've played that at all, but it kind of goes a certain amount and then it kind of seems like you're almost done with the game, and then something happens and then it's like, yeah, you're only maybe halfway through the game and there's like another 30 or 40 hours to go. So that's a long one. And then not to mention that because it's the Switch version, there's all this, you know, 10 or 15, 20 hours of like extra stuff to do. So at least anybody that bought that got their money out of it. Oh man, I think I'm done. I think I'm just yeah, straight up delete this. It's been good, but I don't understand what the hell is going on. Oh, Twilight Princess. I always get that and Skyward Sword mixed up. I've never actually played either of those. And I do have... yeah, I have Twilight Princess. And I bought it after I got my Wii U, and I still haven't played it yet. Yeah, I never played Skies of Arcadia either. Unfortunately. I kind of wanted to get it on GameCube, but that game goes for like, I mean, you could probably find it for like 40 or 50, but if you just kind of go and type that in, I mean, I looked a couple weeks ago and I saw like, I want to say $60, $70, $80. But also, I mean, I got my Dreamcast. I pretty much played my brother's, and he had all the great, like, not RPGs, but he had everything else, like, you know, Grand Theft Auto 2 and the Power Stones and Marvel vs. Capcom. He had all the good essential games for it that weren't RPGs. And so when the thing died, I mean, that's when I got my Dreamcast. And I wish I could go back and like snag some of those games up for the $5 and $10 that they were. Yeah, I do have Fast RMX. And that's another one that, you know, I played quite a bit of. At least I thought I did. It seemed like I did. And recently I went back to it and I only got, I don't know, like 18 or like 22% done through like the campaign. But that game is almost too fast. Some of those tracks I'm just like completely terrible at. So let's see, I haven't actually played the tournament yet. Yeah, I wish they would hurry up with a new F-Zero game. Like the way this game has smooth textures, but where it still mimics like that old arcade style of game, like something like Rad Racer, like Outrun. I wish they would do the same to F-Zero and make it, I guess, look like, you know, the GameCube game. But I would even be cool with a, basically like F-Zero 2, where it was 16-bit indie style, and you kind of just put it out for like $40. But it's basically just as good as the Super Nintendo game. That's, I think, really the best way, at least, to go about the next F-Zero game. Because they made it sound like they had no ideas for what the next game in the franchise would actually be. Which is like, what do you mean you don't have any ideas? It's a fast-paced racing game with these hovercraft ships. I mean, there's what, 4 or 5 different games. You got the Game Boy Advance. I think you got there's one of them on the GameCube, and then forget, is it 2 of them that are on the N64, 2 of them that are on the GameCube. Yeah. Because I hadn't played Fast RMX in probably like a good 6 months. And I played it last week or the week before. And it had been a while. And I was like trying to get, you know, I was trying to get back used to it and get back in the groove of it. And I just kept smashing. Into walls and blowing up. And it took me a minute, and I started to get the controls back, started to get my feel back for it. But after like 3 or 4 races, I just kind of was like, I'm not really feeling it at the moment, and I kind of suck at this. Because those tracks do get harder. Like, it's crazy, because the computers for Fast RMX, they're all pretty flawless for the most part. I mean, they do wreck and explode. But man, some of those tracks with the gaps, and then you have you got the blue and the orange, like, turbo tiles. Some of those, they just whip by so fast. And then you actually use your boost. And then all of a sudden, it's just like, here comes a corner. And then the track just cuts off. There's nothing there. And I mean, they tried to do like that F-Zero style where your shoulder buttons, you know, they drift you back and forth, but man, some of the track layouts and some of the corners where the ground just cuts out from underneath you, they increasingly get harder and harder. It's like, man, it's almost unfair at certain spots. But yeah, we need a new F-Zero. Yeah, there's not much room for error in that game at all. And that's probably like my biggest gripe about it. I mean, I played like a few online races when the game first came out on Switch. I mean, when it first came out, I didn't get it. It was probably like 2 months after. And then after that, I tried, I don't know, it was probably like maybe a year later, I tried playing an online race and there was nobody on it. I was like, well, that kind of sucks. I got a lot of favorite types of games from stuff like this. I mean, this is a good game. I could play this for hours. Something like Hydro Thunder on Dreamcast, or even recently I was playing the Xbox 360 one on Game Pass, and I played that for quite a bit. And those games are just addicting to me. And then even with the whole reason I bought the Sega Genesis Mini was to put Road Rash 1, 2, and 3 on it, because I haven't played those games since, I don't even know, probably at least 1998, maybe 99 or 2000. So after 20 years of not having the Sega Genesis or my my original Road Rash 1 cartridge, man, when I mean, it's only, the Genesis Mini only has Road Rash 3 on it, and I always loved that game. My brother bought that on the Genesis, and I want to say he paid like, I don't know, like $82, $84.99 or something like that, like right when the game first came out. But yeah, the whole point was to put 1 and 2 on it, and Man, I played the Genesis Mini for probably 4 hours straight just playing Road Rash. Yeah, I'm getting tired. It's almost weird too sitting here live streaming because I'm actually playing on the big screen. I used to have this TV downstairs with the dock and everything. But aside from playing like anything that actually hooks up to a TV, so anything that's not the Switch or my DS, the Switch was almost like 100% of the time hooked up to the TV for the first 2 years, and in this past year it's maybe like a 2% of the time that I even play the thing in a dock, which was weird because I used to never play the thing in handheld ever. Now I don't ever play it on the TV, almost never. Man, that was a short one. Minecraft. Nice. That was one game I never got into, and I'm almost glad that I didn't. I mean, I probably should have. I should have just been a Minecraft channel. But yeah, if you leave, you know, have a good night, and thank you for hanging out with me. It's the Vin Diesel mobile. Let's use this piece of shit. Yeah. Gas. I won. Intermission. Be right back. What's going on? What up? I know you as Widowbone. I didn't see, you're back. So yeah, I'm not too good with Instagram. I hate Instagram. But I'm guessing that's you, Chris, yeah? And Crystal Kite, what's going on? And Zelda N64 fan. You're back. So you decided to come back after all. Hide your kids, hide your wife. I actually would play Mario Kart, but I got rid of that a while back. And I never ended up getting it back. So unfortunately, I can't play you in Mario Kart 8. I haven't had that for, I don't know, like 3 or 4 months probably. It's been a bit, but I kind of got worn out on that. I got worn out on that game. Well, actually, when I had an Instagram account and I set it up, and it basically, you know, it shifted like everyone on Facebook to it. But I hate Instagram. Like, I used to hate Twitter too, but then I kind of got used to it. Instagram, I'm just not a fan of. But of course, everyone's got one, but everyone has one of everything. But yeah, I haven't talked to Seth in a while. I haven't talked to you in a while, man. How you doing? Yeah, that's why I originally made one, was because Gamari, he had one, and he's got all his skate shit on there. But, I forgot the password, and then I ended up having to make another one. But it's just the same as any social media where, you know, people that like won't even, people that don't even know you, they add you, and then you're like, hey, I'm dying, can I get a ride to the hospital? And you get no replies. Everyone just hits the thumbs up, like, hey, I saw it. but I don't want to respond. So fuck you. Oh, how's everybody doing? I think I'm done with I think I'm done with that. It's alright, Crystal Kite. You finish your homework. Don't be messing around. If I had done my homework, I probably wouldn't be streaming right now. I can tell you that. Oh, that's right. Join now. God. Let's see what the available funds are. See, I just paid more for a goddamn month of Nintendo Online because I'm too cheap to pay the $20. So instead, they get me just a little bit more when I spend $3.99 for a month. I am dumbasta, I guess. So Chris, man, how you been? I didn't think you were probably still around this area. Oh no, the music's getting faster. I'm guessing some of you guys have probably played this. I've never gotten first. The closest I got is third or second, and I can never actually get first. See, that's where it always goes to shit. Yeah, I tried messaging Phil at one point, but man, you know, everyone that we used to talk to, you know, Gamari, he's the only one that I still talk to. You know, I tried getting a hold of Phil. Nothing. I saw Pat, like, I don't know, a year ago, and I ran into him at Cumbies, and he was with his girl. He was pretty much getting ready to go see his dad before leaving town and going back out to, like, Boston, and I saw him at Cumbies, and he kind of was just like, hey man, how you doing? And I had to kind of talk to him and get him to actually remember who I was, and then he got laughing and shit, and I was kind of just like, what the fuck, you know? So basically the same with Geoff. He got a house with his girl, and the old apartment that he had above the old Rainbow Shack, you know, I used to go over there and jam with him and shit, and I had my, you know, I had part of my drums over there, and then when he moved, I was like, hey, do you still have those, or did you just kind of leave them? I mean, I got a hold of him before he moved, but I was like, get a hold of me, and let me know if you got that, or if you're bringing it with you. And he never got back a hold of me, and he moved, and then you know, I tried getting back a hold of him. I was just like, dude. And then I saw him at Walmart, and I know that, I mean, I saw him see me out of the corner of his eye, and he kind of walked past me with a gallon of water, and he kind of just like was holding it, and he kind of like lifted it and like lifted his pinky as like the hey, what's up, but he didn't say anything to me. He just walked right past me, and then I messaged him, and you know, I wasn't nice about it. So it's just like, whatever, man. And then I saw him at court, and him and his girl were walking out, Or they were walking in, I was walking out. And he literally put his baby up in front of his face so he didn't have to look at me. And I just said, "Oh, hey Jeff, how you doing, man?" Because, you know, I'm walking out of the courthouse, I'm not gonna, you know, say anything or be any type of way. I was just like, "Hey Jeff, how you doing?" And he literally put his baby up in front of my face so that he didn't have to look at me or say anything to me. And after that, that's when I was just like, okay. You know, I've seen Lesnick recently. I actually see him, I don't know, once a month, twice a month, or once every, like, couple months at, like, the dollar store. I'll be going there. And he'll just be getting out of work, and I'll see him there. I'll see him there with his kid, who's like, you know, 12 now, which is just insane how much time has gone by. And then this past summer I saw Morose, and he'll still talk to me like, you know, somebody that actually knows me. And even though he's married and lives out in freaking Greensboro with like no internet. Philly Blunt. See, I thought he moved out of town, but it's funny. That's what Gamari told me. Like, I don't know, 4 years ago. He's like, me and my cousin Sean were at Walmart, and he's like, I come around the corner, and he's like, I'm pretty sure I seen Phil kissing a guy. He's like, I said hi to him. And he kind of was just like, and he just kind of backed away and ran around the corner. Oh, Geoff, yeah. I just thought that was hilarious at court, where it's like, if you're not gonna say anything to me, you know, just look in my eyes, say something. Tell me, don't talk to you. Tell me to get away from you and your kid. Don't literally pick your baby up after you see me and then put it as a shield as you walk by. I mean, his baby wasn't in like a carrier or anything. He just was holding her. I think he has a daughter. And I'm like, Jeff, after you got with your girl, you're trying to just move on from the past, you know, I get it, but I'm like, dude, the type of person that you are and the type of stupid shit that I've seen him do, I'm like, don't forget where you came from. And he obviously did, so I mean, it's whatever. watch out. No. Bummer, man. Yeah, this game came out like last year, and I mean, I've played quite a bit of it. I bet Jeff was sweating. That's funny that he still works at Ocean State, though. I don't know how he manages that. I don't really go there, though. I haven't been there in years, so it's just funny the kind of person that Geoff is. I'm still trying to beat this freaking game, though. I'm like, I'll play a match, and then it's like 2 hours later, and I'm still playing it. I kind of just wish that they had put the original Tetris on the Switch, but they didn't, so I mean, at least this is online. When it first came out, everybody was like losing their shit, and I was like, this is pretty sweet. So I see you made a channel. Are you gonna start uploading some shit? No, I've never had a victory. I'm pretty sure I have a screenshot of when I came in second. And that's the closest I've got. Which is pretty damn close, but still, I've never seen that victory screen, so I don't know what that actually looks like. And I mean, I've come in third, probably like a good like 30, 40 times, but it just never works out. Yeah, it's funny, Chris, I was driving by, what is it, Molten's Pizza, right by Jack's, and I saw Izzy out there smoking a cigarette, and I haven't seen him in a long time. I don't know if he works there or what, or if you ever kept in touch with him. I didn't really. At one point we were like, oh, you know, let's get together. And I mean, that was probably like 3 or 4 years ago, and it never ended up happening. That would have kept going if I had gotten my blue block instead of my orange one. Free-to-play game reviews for like your cell phone, like Raid Shadow Legends and stuff like that. That's what everyone's playing these days. Or like Fortnite. Steam. I've never bothered with Steam. I've never even gone to the website. I mean, the shit is huge now. But that's just, I never have ever bothered with PC games. collar shaped up. I haven't seen many of the Manscaped ads. Well, I've seen some of them, but I've seen this one recently. It's some soap, some man soap, and it's like a 3-minute ad, but it's hilarious. Yeah, Crystal Kite, I saw your Resident Evil 4 close for Animal Crossing. Did you do a drawing of, I mean, how would you even put Xenoblade, like, into that? Let's check out this game that I bought for like 14 cents. It's probably a piece of shit, but who knows? I think it's like $10 though.
The Mystery of Woolly Mountain.
Oh no. A cursor game. Yeah, that's worth about 14
On a dark,
cents.
dangerous mountain, our intrepid explorer, Van Dam Loud and Clear, begins his mission. To save the missing children from an evil witch. All alone, the rest of his crew currently unaware of the danger that awaits.
At least the
He
cutscenes
ventures
got like
solo with haste, thinking
an
only
okay
of
art
us.
style. They don't look like that.
I
Title
finally
screen.
made it to Woolly Mountain. The entrance to the witch's hideout should be around here somewhere. But now where? They said I should stick to what I know.
Oh, that's
and all
him
will
talking.
be revealed. Let's give it a... Whoops, I snapped a twig. Could be handy. Ouch! That's one sharp stick. Icky stuff pierced my skin. Yuck. I will put this in my inventory bag. Here, I can examine, combine, separate, or use items.
Okay. Kind of understand that.
The poor ex-explorer is holding a scroll. Whoa. Creepy. But I've retrieved the scroll. Should have a gander at what it says.
That's hilarious.
The clue. I shouldn't stray so far. Can't quite get a grip. I've unravelled the yak.
Okay. Maybe this could actually be pretty decent. I don't know. Like, almost reminds me of like a South Park kind of thing.
I shouldn't stray so far.
I mean, what am I supposed to do?
That's one undignified bag of bones. I've abused this. Plus, I've abused this strange tree enough already. Plus, I'm not keen on continually touching its texture.
Yeah, I beat Celeste. That game's
That's one undignified bag of
a great game.
That's one.
Still gotta get
Shouldn't stray so
the
far.
the vinyl soundtrack for that.
Can't quite get a grip. I've abused this strange plus.
Although I wasn't able to really get too far in the DLC that came out, I don't know, like 2 or 3 months ago.
That's one
And that shit was hard. I have like a hour-long like capture of me just dying over and over and over and over
The clue,
and over
I shouldn't stray so
on
far.
like the same 3 different screen section.
A powder. Maybe I could combine this with something. A powder blue colored piece of yarn. Maybe I could combine this with something.
Okay, click or tap.
The stick is not broken. It doesn't need tying together.
It does. Telling me to combine them. Blue string
I will need to try harder.
on scroll.
I think not. The stick is not broken.
Just do it.
Can't
Can't
quite get a
quite
grip.
do it. Use it.
I've abused this strange tree enough already.
I don't want to touch its texture.
I should.
Alright, this game sucks. What the hell? I like the new Into Eternity album. I got 2 of the vinyls. And Tim Roth, you know, he made it sound like they were coming out with another one almost immediately. Although I don't really believe in that.
That's one undignified bag of bones.
But at first I was kind of like, you know, it had Sandstorm, it had Fukushima, and I still got the demo versions of the original. And those ones are probably better. The album's like,
I've abused this
it's
strange
mixed kind of
tree,
weird, but
plus,
on
I'm
vinyl
not
it
keen on
sounds,
continually touching its
it
texture.
sounds pretty good, actually. Like when it's really cranked. And I don't know, I like a lot of I like the whole thing, honestly. I wish it was longer though. I mean, it's only 8 songs. And waiting 10 years for that. But I haven't listened to it in a
Come
little
on,
bit.
lad. The stick
I
is
don't
not
listen
broken.
to much anymore.
It doesn't need tying together.
Like Incubus, they got a new song out. And I caught
will
it the
need
other
to
day when
try
they were
harder.
premiering it. And I was like, But then after the song was done, I was like, the song's too short. And then I listened to it like 4 times in a row, and I was like, man, it's catchy. And the video to it's cool. They're like on Mars,
so far.
and there's like, I don't know, it's like a comic book sorta with like the sound effects with like the drummer, he's like hitting the toms and the snare, and every time he does it, there's like these, you know, sound effect, comic book style, like blurps coming off of it. And then they go through this door with this unicorn, and then they're like standing on these mushrooms.
Can't quite get a grip.
And so I guess they got a new album probably coming out sometime soon. And then, you know, Eminem, his new album came out last week or the week before. I've been listening to that.
Can't quite get a
Thought
grip.
it was pretty good.
I shouldn't. Can't.
Alright, done with this. We're gonna save all 12 seconds of progress that I made in it. So I'm guessing you didn't like the new Into Eternity. I just enjoyed it for what it was. But I mean, it's Into Eternity, so. And it's kind of not. The band has just changed so much with the people that are in it. So. I wish they would. I wish Stu Block would come back. Or even that the original singer would come back, but I highly doubt that. And then, of course, Rob Doherty, he killed himself, I guess. So that's kind of too bad. Let's play Cat Quest 2 demo. The Gentle Bros. Guess we're supposed to be getting some snow tonight. Sounds about right. Nothing yet. Yeah, I still use that old Facebook. I actually still didn't look through to see if it was on here. So I have two different Facebooks. So, yeah, I get. Yeah, even though I'm not signed into it, since I have the other one on here, there it is. So yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm pretty much wrapping it up here too in a minute. It's gonna be time for bed. Alright. Good night, Chris. And good night to Crystal Kite. Hopefully you have fun at school tomorrow. And thank you, as always, for stopping by. Monument Shores. I'll see you on the other side. Yeah, cat rags. Take that. There. Now they both have a shirt. Yeah, I'll definitely hit you up. Triangle! I still have that fucking thing somewhere. The triangle wristband. Yeah, I still, when I see Lesnick, he's like yelling that in the dollar store. He's like, yo, what up? Tee-hoo. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Still. Wolf in the Labrador. That's why only you can help us. Damn, this game is huge. Alright, peace out, man. I think that concludes this live stream. Thanks to anybody who watched. This is D-Dub. I will catch you guys on the flip side. Don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, if you want. If not, hey, it is what it is. See you next time on the D-Dub.